So there is this video that pops up my recommended from time to time, and I've always wanted to watch it. I would say I'm a newly obsessed SZA fan, but I've always been a SZA fan, you know? Like, I just love her, but here's the thing, I don't want to watch it alone. But I also don't want to watch it with anybody, so I'm gonna watch it with you. I don't know anything about this video. Literally nothing. I already made a mistake, of course. What actually happened was it got messed up, so I only watched 3 minutes of it, but I still hadn't seen any of the rest. So when I say that, just know that I'm not lying to you. It's just editing magic, okay?
So, first and foremost, I don't always make videos about celebrities, but I feel like it's much easier to make videos about celebrities because they give us evidence. Like, I can't make videos about random people because I would literally have to do investigative FBI stuff to get into their
Right.
life to prove a point.
Right.
But celebrities usually have it laid out all for us.
I will say, her intro is like good. Like, it's not bad. I've already seen it once, and so let's just skip through the stuff where she's like talking about her community, and we'll.
And the thread that I was about to use as evidence, the person's account has been suspended. I don't know what's going on. I heard that SZA be subbing people when things like this happen. Get into the lies.
And to be fair, this could all be like. I have a feeling I'm gonna believe this because I don't like not believe people usually when they make a commentary video and they're like talking about somebody. I like if they show receipts, I'm probably gonna believe them. So I anticipate myself believing this. Yeah, that's the thing. She's just so talented. So like I have to love her. I hope she's changed. You can see my ring light. That's embarrassing. Okay. Alleged
So
lie
the very
one.
first lie that is at the top of my head in here is SZA lying about being a marine biologist.
Okay, I'm going to read some lines from this Vice article that was written in 2013, and then I'm going to unpack why this article may have started a lot of confusion. So SZA is newly 24. Her birthday was last week, and although she is both willfully headstrong and young,
This video is from 2021. I forgot to mention that.
but at 16, she stopped wearing her hijab and rebelled, and 2 years later, she was tending bar at a strip club. Oh, and P.S., she also got a degree in marine biology from an Ivy League college.
There is like evidence, I guess, of her like actually being a stripper and like tending bar. Like when she first went to college. There's actually a song that like I'm a mega fan. I'm trying to tell you this. I'm obsessed with SZA. There is actually an unreleased song I think called "Simmer Down," and in it she mentions like I dropped out of college. I'm wildin', this whole thing. So that part's true. I just can't help but wonder if like the whole marine biology degree thing is just her saying that she was like pursuing a degree and someone took that as like she has it, or if that's like I don't know. It feels like that's like something that could be easily misunderstood, but
Degree from an Ivy League college. So did they know that she went to Delaware State? Did she graduate from Delaware State? Because there's another article that I'll just
so.
link, but I won't read. They suggest that she graduated.
I want to say if I look over here, it's actually because I can see more of the screen. Like I can see more of the video over here, but I can also see myself and I am staring at myself from time to time. But I was just trying to read the blurb.
And then
I think she just didn't go to college. Like I based on like what her lyrics are and stuff, like but this is the thing though. I'm like, is this a lie or is this just someone well, I guess it is because she's saying like I was supposed to go to school after. I was supposed to go to grad school, and then okay. So yeah, this is like a blatant lie. Queen.
in that article too, she also talks about like bartending instead of stripping. So bartending and stripping are two different things. I don't know if she did both, one or the other.
I think she did both.
So yeah, there's some confusion.
Just based on like lyrics, because I don't see the point of her like lying in like really old demos that she like recorded like forever ago. Like that just well maybe she would. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know her. I don't know her. You don't know me.
So in this lie,
I think that's true though. I don't not about it being like last semester, but I'm pretty sure based on what I've seen recently, it seems like she has maybe like retold the story of like how she got her fame, and it sounds like she was like super she was like under the thumb of her parents, and then she graduated high school and she was supposed to go to college, and then when she got to where she was going to go to college she just started smoking weed every day and like doing Adderall or something, because that's also a lyric in a song, and I believe it just seems real to me because people do that, And then like in that time she discovered that like she could make music basically, and then she got with some people who were using samples that are copyrighted, which is why all of her old stuff isn't on Spotify. She just happened to run into Punch from TDE at one point and he liked her voice. That's like what I've gathered. That seems to be the story. So I don't know if she's just like a huge pothead and she just can't remember anything, or it and that's why. I don't know. Queen
I feel
though,
like it's
we
kind
still
of
stand.
a truth,
So far we still
because
stand.
is it true that she went to Delaware
I'm not
State
de-standing
and
yet.
was studying marine biology? That could be true. Did she transfer from an Ivy League school? We don't know. That could be a lie. Was she even studying marine biology? We don't know. That could be a lie. Was she stripping?
I don't know why I find
that's
this so
fine.
funny.
Who cares?
I think it's just because like I'm thinking like, can you imagine being famous and you just are like really bad with like your memory? Because like that's me. Like I don't remember anything ever. So I'm like, no, not even like famous. Just like if you were talking to somebody and like you said something and it like didn't actually line up like timeline wise, like, and like they're gonna assume. That's why I'm like, I don't know if we can call these lies. Maybe they're like, I don't know. Maybe they get more egregious. We shall see.
But don't lie about that, you know? So that's
Right.
the first lie.
Right. Alleged lie
Okay,
too.
the
SZA's
next
age.
lie is SZA's age. So if you Google SZA right now, I Googled her right before this video. At the time of this recording, I Googled and it said SZA is 30 years old and she's going to be turning 31 in November. Now, when I was doing the little research, people are saying that she said she was born 1991, and then one of her albums suggests she was born.
Really quick, here's the, oh wait, I can't show you. Well, I just Googled and it's saying she's 33, so it seems to be in line with what it was in 2021, I think.
1989. What confused this situation was when Drake insinuated that he was dating SZA, and SZA came out to clear it, saying that even if they were dating, she wasn't underage, because people were doing the math like Drake was dating SZA when she was too young. So now we have she was either born 1989 when I Googled at the time of this recording, it said 1990, and then there were rumors coming from like what she suggested her age was, that she was born.
So now it says 1989. This actually could be potentially so far the worst part, because it is, if she did lie about her age and then like in the process made it sound like Drake was like a creep, plus he already has like the Millie Bobby Brown thing. I don't,
1991. So
like that's not
either
cool,
way,
but
in a few years, she's undeniably going to be 30. But as of right now, we think she's 30. And why lie about that? I don't know. Typically, people lie about their age when they're 13, 14, 16.
I know. If she did lie about her age, I would say it's probably because of the industry. It's probably just because younger women, especially Black women, tend to get more opportunities in music, whatever, honestly, the younger they are and the more youthful they are. So I could see that. I could even see somebody telling her to lie about it. Like somebody who's like working for her or whatever. Alleged lie.
Okay, so I'm doing some of the biggest lies first. So our next lie is SZA's freckles. Now I'm gonna insert the whole video clip here because she goes in about her freckles being hers.
A lot more freckles. For a while, like I covered them because I wasn't born with them. Like they developed through like high school, and then I was already being teased for other shit, and I didn't want another reason for them to tease me, so I would just like cover them up. Now it is what it is.
Now my thing is, why would you ever want to be on the record for something that takes so much upkeep? Similar to people when
That's why I'm like, maybe it's not even lying. Maybe she's just like, I don't think she has them anymore. Like if you look at pictures of her now, like but then there's also like makeup obviously and like cosmetic surgery, so I don't know. But that's why I'm saying, like, why would you lie about that? Because that's something that you're gonna have to like put on your face with eyeliner every day or some shit. Like or get it tattooed. I have no idea.
Let me check the year. I will insert the year because depending on when she lied about this, she was well into her 20s. She wasn't a teen. So it's like you're lying about things at like a significant age. I don't want to say a big age, but maybe 25, 26 is when your brain fully develops. So her brain was giving fully developed, and she was just lying about it. And she goes on to say that spreading lies is defaming her character and can become a criminal case. Now, the reason why I feel like this can never be defamation is because, one, people find it silly.
Not a lawyer, but from somebody who watches a lot of like law commentary shit, because I just like that stuff. Well, one, I don't even know how it would make it to court. First of all, it would be like thrown out immediately because it's just a waste of time, especially in LA. Like, they don't have time for that shit in LA. That's why there's the anti-slap, so you can just like go in and be like, no, this is like ridiculous, you know, like it just gives you that legal out.
Storytelling, say lying is just like too much for her to hear. Telling stories, fallacies, fabricating.
I'm so glad you're making it easier for her to digest, because she's gonna see that. Not how I meant that. Not like she's obviously not gonna watch your video because blah blah blah. I just mean like, for some reason, she doesn't strike me as the kind of person to be like on the internet looking at stuff about herself, but who knows, maybe she does do that.
You could basically be the judge of this. Whether do you think she was lying in that Breakfast Club interview compared to these?
Well, her being like, don't touch my hair is kind of weird. But actually, no, it's not. Like, don't touch her hair. That's kind of fucked up, to be honest, now that I think about it. So maybe she was just like, don't touch my fucking hair, you're weird. Especially for Charlemagne the God. Like, I don't want anything to do with him. Oh no, I don't know if I'm buying this one. So far, though, let's see. Let's go back over the chapters. I think the age thing could be an accident. No, you're right. I agree with you. I think she probably lied about it at one point for whatever reason. And then Drake was like, well, I wasn't with a minor. So she was like, oh shit, now I have to come clean. And then she just like found a way to finesse into like giving her real age. And now we know like what her real age is. The marine biology one, I think that might actually be a misunderstanding. Like, it just seems like I've seen women with hair that like look like hers, and it doesn't look like tracks to me, but I'm also a dude and I've never had extensions, so.
Now, okay, I'm gonna say every other girl that clicks on this video has probably lied about their hair. So it's very strange that she is slightly older, making such big suggestive lies. Okay, because some people are like, oh.
I really think at the beginning of her career, she just didn't give a fuck and just said whatever she wanted all the time. That's what it seems like to me, is like, she's just like, and this is gonna sound mean, and I don't want to be mean to anybody, to you or SZA, but because she's obviously gonna see this. See, now I did it to myself. I really feel like she just smoked her brain away for like a year, and then got famous on accident, and then went into all these interviews, and people were asking her questions that she wasn't prepared to answer. So I think she probably either lied because she couldn't remember things, or she lied because her life was boring before this, you know, like that kind of thing. It's not an excuse for lying. You shouldn't lie, but like, if it's fun, maybe.
But it's so weird.
That would be like me being like, this is natural. I'm naturally blonde, but only on the ends. And like expecting everybody to believe it. It just doesn't seem right to me.
But I seen her talking about how her song The Weeknd wasn't about being a side chick. And I was like, that is...
This I will defend her on. And if you disagree with me, you can tell me in the comments. I have always stood with her on this, that song, like, it's not just about that. I really genuinely think it's about like sharing a dude and using him, like the joke's on him, you know? I don't know. That's just the way that I always took it.
Is like not true.
Because I remember seeing this tweet too.
Now that I've found the tweet and I reread it, so she's trying to say that they're all being played, so there is no side chick.
Exactly.
So I kind of see what she's trying to say. Mm-hmm. But what's it called? In a different Breakfast Club interview, she was mentioning that the song is fine to be about side chicks and that we have to like reclaim it or whatever, and it's a male dominated term.
Side chick zigzag zigala. That's her
name. Oh my God, it's so crazy. First of all, I know exactly what song you're talking about.
There's a couple of them. The whole album?
No, just one.
A lot of the album.
Just one. First off.
This I actually have seen recently. I told you I'm obsessed. I'm sorry. I had to see it. So I actually watched this interview recently, and Charlemagne is just like a piece of shit. He's just like bullying her for the entire interview. He's like dogging on her for her lyrics. Like, what do male singers and rappers write about? Like, you know, why are you judging her? It's so weird to me.
Have you never had a side chick?
Of course.
What are you talking about?
I've had a few.
Also, did she know that she was a side chick?
Yes.
Okay, that's a different thing. I feel like it's a male
I think she's like genuinely
where it's
annoyed
like,
at this moment.
what I'm actually saying in the song is my man is your man. Like, we all
Your
share the
man,
same
or
dude
that's
saying
his
that.
man.
I'm
Like,
aware. I don't care.
to come to her defense again on something, because I'm a super fan, obviously. She has a song on her new album called Notice Me, and one of the lyrics is literally like, I don't need to be your girl, I just want to be your person. So I feel like this is like a sentiment that she's always explored.
Just get
You
here
know?
and do what you said you was going to do.
Never having
This
birthday
next
cake.
lie is so funny to me. So she goes on to say how her mom has
What?
never bought her birthday cake. She would only get pie or whatever. And she's really trying to sell it. Like, I think somebody asked her a question about it. So this was slightly provoked. I mean, somebody asked her
I
a
need
question
like a
about
photo
it.
of
She
her with a
felt the
birthday
need to
cake.
be
That'll be
like,
so fucking hilarious.
I hate birthday cake. Pulled up the receipts and pictures of her eating birthday cake. Now, you may have not liked
So if you're gonna lie, you need to like make sure your mom doesn't have any photos of you on Facebook. Chances are your mom has already exposed you.
Literally, she posted the birthday cake and said that it was
She posted it.
hers.
Oh my god, I love it.
So you
Could be like completely right. This whole video could be 100% facts, and I wouldn't even know. Don't sue me for defamation, says.
She says, sad. Mind you, unprovoked. This is a tweet from 2017. She says, sad, because I want to go vegan, but I'm allergic to most fruits and vegetables. And then they pull up an article from 2013 where she says that she loves salad.
This video should be called like the beautiful and bad liar, because if any of these are lies, they're bad lies. Like they're easily disproven. Especially the birthday cake. Like, what the fuck?
She figured that she was going to stop lying about freckles. Like, I wonder what that day was like for her. Like, was she like, I'm going to address this, I'm never going to address it? Did she forget that she was ever lying about her Like, that's what I want to know. Like, is she forgetting
It's
about
not
these
looking
things?
good. for
Okay,
Miss
so then
TV.
the next one is about SZA saying that she's never owned a television and people need to give her recommendations. So she's like, what's the best brand? So my thing is with this
What
tweet,
the fuck?
okay, let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
This is obviously either a joke or a terrible lie, because you saying that and then being like, what's the best brand? She just wanted to rile the internet up. That's all she wanted.
Say you're looking at this tweet like, okay, she could be telling the truth.
At 1
Okay,
a.m.
say you truly have never owned a TV
So to
of
put your
your
1 a.m.
own, but
thoughts
you
away.
stayed in homes, Airbnbs, apartments that came with TVs. If you have ever liked it, so it's like she's trying to prove a point here. And that like TV tweet was not too far ago. Like it wasn't like 10 years ago or 6 years ago or something. They're just funny. So SZA and the legacy of her voice, meaning has SZA put people in the game that have the same type of cursive singing as her? Like, was she like their inspiration? SZA's doing well. Like, none of this will affect SZA. She has 10 million followers on Instagram. How many?
You're
how
so
many
right, girly.
months?
I feel like we should just watch part 2. Our second video is called The Pretty Little Liars SZA Part 2.
Someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
Oh, your name's Teanna. Teanna, thanks. I'm sorry. I'm like, what's her name? I don't know that.
There have been certain inconsistencies. Let's call them that. That probably are not going to make it in here. And then I'm going to go back over the last alleged lies I talked about to see which ones are still up in the air. I did a pretty good job with disclaimers.
Yeah.
So when people
I would say so. It wasn't like offensive or anything. It was like she lied a lot. And it's funny. It's funny for all of us, I think.
These three, though, are a little more, like, intense. They're gonna take a lot more maturity to explain, okay?
Uh-oh, what does that mean? I'm scared.
Okay, so the first
Oh,
alleged lie
I don't want
slash
to actually not like her. Because it's going to expose my fave. Oh, no.
incident. So, Ed Wiggy, hopefully I'm saying their name correctly or their Instagram name
Ed
correctly,
Wiggy.
is a growing photographer who has a very clear aesthetic and has worked with many celebrities like Chloe Bailey and Ruby Rose, and their work is very phenomenal.
Very pretty, yeah.
However, Ed Wiggy and SZA found themselves in an issue around October 2021. She specifically said, "Releasing pictures of me without my consent is scary." She revealed that the photographer was Edwig Hansen, and she's mentioned that he messaged her saying that he was going to post some pictures of her and that they would likely not work together again. Many of these tweets have been deleted. So then someone on her label, Punch, also came out and was like threatening this person and also expressing frustration that these photos were out to have SZA's back. Okay, so now I'm gonna
no, this could be bad. This could be potentially like actually bad. Getting like, I don't know, because all publicity is good publicity, and that's more true than it's probably ever been. We are now living in a world where lying on the internet is bad, but you getting clicks is good because the algorithm likes it. She could potentially ruin somebody's career if she like goes at them hard enough, you know. And then you got Punch tweeting. Something's
some
happening.
tweets from Ed Wiggery that they posted basically in the midst of this whole situation. It's not in perfect order, so you'll get the gist.
Okay.
Edwig goes on to say, "Firstly, I would like to apologize for any hurt feelings I have caused by my decisions to post my work. I have the utmost respect for women and have no intention of disrespecting anyone. Of course, I respect her choice to not want them posted. However, as a creative who paid for a studio, hairstylist, and a makeup artist and got no form of compensation in return, sharing my work with SZA was the only form of compensation I was allowed."
SZA doesn't pay photographers. My voice. SZA doesn't pay photographers. Child, she's so rich.
She agreed on buying her photos from me for co-ownership, but had very poor communication with management. Contracts were made.
Okay, that sounds true. That sounds so fucking true. If you're a SZA fan, you know that her management, she is either bad at communicating with them, they're bad at communicating with her. Maybe she doesn't have management. Maybe she's just like, fuck it, I'll just like do it on my own. I don't know. But like, she has many times said that something's going to happen, it doesn't happen. She's going to release something, it doesn't happen. She has this project, it doesn't happen. That kind of shit. Like, she does that a lot. So that, I feel like there is truth in there. And so I think I believe this guy, which is unfortunate.
Signed. Payment till this day hasn't been made. As a photographer, I own rights
just
to these
Venmo
images.
him.
It was a collaborative shoot.
Just send him some money,
there were
like,
no contracts signed,
so
and
weird.
I always respect a contract. SZA reached out to me on September 22nd to collaborate on a shoot.
When did
Of
this
course,
happen?
I was excited and said yes right away. I agreed on clearing my entire schedule and began planning a costly shoot, all while charging $0 in compensation. I believe my efforts will pay off in the work that I produce with SZA. Other people started to tweet evidence that suggested that SZA posted the photos from the photo shoot first on her Instagram story and then took it down. And the reason why people think that happened is because SZA's fan pages posted the photo right after, and they took it down after SZA took it down and all this drama started to happen. So I haven't seen on the internet any screenshot with, like, you know, SZA's Instagram name at the top. So you can form your own opinion on that. I think many people immediately were like, of course, if a woman doesn't want a photo out of
Well,
her,
yeah, but like, the problem is that I agree with her, you know, if she doesn't want the photos out, they shouldn't be out, period. But she still has to pay him. You know, you can't like take up somebody's schedule. You're this big celebrity. You know you're a big celebrity at this point. I'm talking directly to you, SZA. Solana, are you listening? You can't. She knows, like I said, she knows she's a big celebrity. You can't just like take up people's time, because for some, time is money. Like, that's not like a lie. Like, time is money, and so this isn't looking good. We're only 5 minutes into this.
Depending on how this situation went, especially communicated via text message, I feel like that's when SZA should have made sure that some type of payment happened. Whether she had to cash app it, whether it wasn't coming from her label or whatever, whoever was supposed to pay this person for the photo shoot, that should have happened.
Probably private resolution. I would say she either realized that it was stupid, not that she didn't want the photos up, but that she didn't pay him. She probably realized, like, why didn't I should have just sent him a bag, you know? So I feel like that probably happened, or there was a settlement.
At the end of the day, like, it's really not hard to pay somebody, especially when you have the money.
I agree.
And that there are verbal contracts, so not everything needs to be written down. Y'all had a communication, y'all made an agreement. Very unacceptable when phenomenal work has been done. It should be on you to follow through too. Like, hey, ask your team, like, hey, did this clear? Did this go through? So that is the first situation.
The first.
Next, we have the BTS, SZA, and Lizzo drama. Next, my last video to have a discussion about it. I feel like the situation got very icky fast because many people were trying to defend BTS so that they wouldn't have any allegations of being racist. And then it turned into very harsh words being put onto SZA that almost was giving a little bit of misogynoir. But let's go over what happened. So SZA was facing backlash when BTS fans were upset after she tweeted that, and I'm probably not going to pronounce some of these right, so please forgive me, that the Bangtan boys didn't care about her. They met at a Harry Styles concert in Los Angeles, California. So Jungkook and Taehyung, Jimin, and J-Hope jammed with Lizzo and SZA at the Harry Styles concert. While Lizzo and BTS posted photos of their meeting on social media, SZA didn't share any images. Recently? So a fan asked why SZA didn't post a selfie with the famous K-pop group. She replied in a tweet, LOL, I promise Lizzo tried to introduce us. They didn't care, LMAO. It's why we don't have a picture, babe. They were so nice and cute still. She deleted her tweet and said, this is the exact moment Lizzo tried to explain who I was. He didn't understand, but was still nice enough to hug me. Why y'all want this to be a negative so bad? It's okay and not a big deal. Everyone was kind to each other, she reportedly said. There was video footage of a BTS member hugging SZA.
It's like hard to see it. Oh, okay.
Like, for example, like if someone was like, oh yeah, I saw SZA, but she didn't know who I was. You know, so-and-so tried to introduce me to SZA, but she didn't care, so I didn't get a photo. That's like, oh damn, like SZA don't be taking photos with people who don't, like, that she don't know or recognize.
This video is like so much more serious than the first one because like there's like weird racism implications, weird misogyny implications. I agree with you. I think that tweet was irresponsible and it made it sound some type of way and people took it that type of way, but I also think it wasn't intentional. I forget this is a lie because you're saying that she lied because there is footage of him hugging her, but like we don't know what was said, you know. I don't
that
know.
Was where I was like, okay, this is a bit much for some shade, because it did seem like shade whether or not she meant it like that.
So this person says, damn SZA, you had a good moment with the boys and V hugged you with great joy. Now you're acting like they weren't good with you. I hope you'll never see BTS again because you don't deserve to see them. Hashtag leave BTS alone. Oh, and someone said, there's a difference between lying and being misunderstood.
I'm not gonna lie, I think these BTS stans are like being really dramatic. It's just weird, you know? I don't think celebrities, like, yeah, there's media training, but I don't think celebrities, like, have a handbook for becoming celebrities, and I think sometimes they just say dumb shit on accident, and I think she's just said something stupid, and unfortunately, BTS has a really, really big fan base, and in any fan base, the bigger it is, the more rabid people you're going to have, so I think she was probably then, like, not attacked necessarily because she brought it on herself a little bit, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it went out of hand.
Might start differing and learning. Hashtag SZA leave BTS alone is a bit much. So now Lizzo is defending SZA and saying, you know, I can confirm this. I introduced SZA, but it was so loud. I was screaming and singing Kiss Me More in V's ear. Hashtag leave SZA alone. Because SZA's trying to say she's not upset. And they were very nice. Okay, so now this article pointed out something I didn't even know. But now they're insinuating even more that SZA and BTS probably knew who each other was, period. So they're saying that J-Hope played a SZA song during a birthday live stream at the time.
That does not mean that he knows who she is. Yeah, she's on the cover of her albums, but she also looks way different than she used to look in like 2017. All of her like big chart toppers are with other like pop like legends, so she's not on the cover necessarily every time. This just seems strange to me. Like, I listen to so much music where I have no fucking idea what the artist look like, because it doesn't matter. The music is what matters. I don't understand. This is just odd. This is an odd situation.
SZA had even shared a clip of J-Hope listening to her music and said happy birthday to him.
Like, what does that mean?
So
Nothing.
this is
It's
like
weird. It's
potentially
very weird.
proof that everybody know who everybody was, and the fact that a picture wasn't taken, it still doesn't even clear that up. And then here is
It doesn't. It also doesn't matter if she posts it. You know, she's probably just like, oh, "Kiss Me More" was in this BTS member's like post or whatever, and so then she probably was just like, cool to see support from somebody who's in one of the biggest musical groups of our time. She's probably like, damn, that's awesome, I should repost that, you know? I feel like things are getting blown out of proportion a little bit here.
So SZA had crutches at the Grammys because she broke her foot.
Oh.
So I'm going to take you through my whole thoughts about. So once SZA hit the red carpet, she looked great, and then people started to talk about how she had crutches. So immediately I was like, oh. So I didn't think too much about it because, of course, if my first immediate reaction was she's lying, like, I don't want...
I agree with you. That would be kind of psychotic if you were like... I don't know why my voice just went crazy. But if you were like, oh, she has crutches, her leg is not actually broken. That's, like, insane.
Then is the footage of Lady Gaga holding the back of her dress so that she can go up on stage to accept an award. And then she shimmies across the stage without using the help of the crutches. You can do a little shimmy if your ankle is a bit swollen. So then by that time...
I've never broken my ankle, so I have no idea. I could ask my mom. She's broken, like, well, I don't know what she broke, actually. She snapped something in her, like, heel one time when she's taking out the trash.
Now we're getting footage and pictures of Lil Nas X wheeling her out on a wheelchair.
All right, y'all, let me get her back in now.
Pregnant, don't be running her down.
My bad. Okay, congratulations. Bless that baby.
And then we start to get more interviews and whatnot of her talking about how she twisted her ankle and then later found out that it was broken because she fell out of her bed that same morning.
How'd you get up and walk in those heels?
Wait, what?
No, that's just, I don't know, just the power of God. And I was trying to get there because I didn't want Doja to miss her word either, so I was just trying to hold the plate.
What happened and how are you doing?
I fell out the bed. It sounds foolish, but I fell out the bed. But like when you're already asleep, your cognition is not where it should be. So I couldn't like catch myself the way that I should.
I feel like, yeah, that could happen, but like, did it happen? You know? Like, yeah, you could fall out of your bed and like break your ankle, but like, I'm gonna do some Googling.
Okay, so here's SZA showing us all the proof, and you know, she shouldn't have to do all this, but it all helps clear her name. So yeah, it's broken. She thought it was...
You know what it is? She says shit too cute. She's like describing something horrible. She's like, I fell out of bed and broke my ankle. It was so crazy. And she's like so casual about it that like, I think people are like, so you're joking or lying. Like there's only two options. I don't know.
I ain't about to put my face out here talking about something she lying about a broken ankle. But the only thing, and tell me if this is ableist, but I just felt like when her team knew she needed crutches, I'm like...
My favorite thing that YouTubers say when they're about to like say something concerning is, and tell me if this is blank, like, and tell me if it's racist, and tell me if it's homophobic. And tell me if it's, you know, like, what do you guys think? Sound off below. Still love you though, girl.
Really quick for her.
These videos have been entertaining.
So now I'm going to go over the lies, the alleged lies that we talked about in my first video to see if they hold up.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to go ahead and say that SZA did go to Delaware State for marine biology. She dropped out and she was probably working as a bartender.
Yes, I agree. That is my exact assessment of the situation. I think she just... Because people do that. I dropped out. I moved and then dropped out of college. Like that's, people do that, you know? And then they pursue things that they actually care about. And she probably was hanging out with musicians or people who wanted to be musicians and just kind of things happened.
Then her age is now obvious. So let's just say that there was inconsistent reporting. Maybe she was trying to shave a year or two off and eventually was straightforward or whatever.
Okay, I'm with you on that one too. People say in interviews like, older people are seen as like not as good in the music industry. It doesn't mean it's true, but that's what happens, especially with women and especially with black women. So
again, it's fairly common for celebrities to lie about their age. We're always talking about how old
Exactly.
is this Alexa Demi woman. So till this day, the freckles are still a lie. It has not been cleared up. It's a solid alleged lie still. I'm still going to use allegedly.
Okay.
And then the cake situation, we're going to say,
The
look,
cake
maybe her
situation
mom never
is so
bought her a
fucking
cake
funny,
and she was
dude.
waiting for her mom to buy her a cake to acknowledge that she
I
has
can't.
had birthday cake before. So that one kind of crosses itself out. Let's say it's up into interpretation. The allergies. So the allergies is true. So there is proof of her posting, and I'll put it up here, a picture of her allergy list.
She has been getting pissed then if she's like willing to post. Do you see my forehead vein popping out? If she's like willing to post her like, has this chair been creaking the entire time? I'm so sorry. She probably is like so over people saying that she's lying that she's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna post the medical records.
And this is one thing that people
That's
do
crazy.
actually change over time. You can develop allergies and like undeveloped allergies. That's actually proven. So many people, one minute they allergic to nuts, next thing you know they not. And one minute they allergic to fish, next thing you know they started eating fish again, and they're fine. In the TV situation, that's still something like really petty. It depends who you ask.
It's so
I
stupid.
just felt like
It's
who
such a lie.
knows?
It's a lie.
Does she talk about doing shrooms, or does she talk about getting high? Because if so, maybe it was just one of them days.
Yeah, she does, according to lyrics at least. And I also feel like when you first get famous and you first have like this like huge amount of money, what are the things that you're going to do? You're probably going to like make sure everybody in your life's good, make sure you're good. And then if you're interested in things like that, you're probably going to go buy the best weed you can find or whatever. So maybe she's just like blitzed out of her mind and just
like,
tweeting for fun. I don't know.
And then just tweeted that. So many celebrities, you know, be fibbing a little bit, especially when it comes to plastic surgery. I don't know if like people like Lauryn Hill are ever going to talk about SZA's plastic surgery, because again, she seems like someone who sees a lot of things on the internet. And in my last video, I think I talked a little bit about maybe she,
you know what? I'll take back my comment from earlier on in the video. I agree with you. Now that I saw like the medical records and like her like posting pictures of her feet or whatever, I think she do be on the internet looking at what people are saying about her.
She probably got some heavy work done, and if she did, I do
Whatever.
not care.
I don't give a
think
shit.
that all because someone has gotten plastic surgery, whether on their body or their face, doesn't make it a free for all for people to now like comment on their looks in unhinged ways. Like, it's like you wouldn't say someone is ugly if they haven't had plastic surgery, but now if they have had plastic surgery to try to look better, now it's like you're able to critique their looks and call them ugly or say it wasn't good enough or whatever, or why did they change their face. I think SZA looks beautiful, and I think it's pretty obvious that she's gotten some work on her face, allegedly, you know.
Like, I actually really like this person. I've never watched her videos before, but maybe I'll like watch more now. I don't really care if she got surgery. It's like, I don't need to know what surgery it was, you know, just because I feel like if you really want plastic surgery, it's going to be a very specific thing that you don't like, or you would like to accentuate maybe even. So I don't think it's necessary to know what celebrities, like the exact surgery that a celebrity has, so you can go copy it, you know? I think you should like probably get procedures done for yourself and not for like to look like Jimin. And I'm talking to you what's that guy's name? He was like pretending to, well, I don't know what he was doing, but he's like a huge transphobe now and like a political pundit. I don't have room for people like that in my brain. They just go one year and out the other, so I just don't remember.
And watch my other videos, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, bye.
You know what? After I'm done editing this, I'm gonna watch more of her videos.
This video made its way onto my timeline, and I have some time today. I do.
Oh.
And I have some receipts too. So let's just run some tape. She never owned one. This is literally our text messages of her telling me that she just bought a TV for the first time.
Wait.
And I was shocked because she always used a projector. She loved projectors. She lived by projectors.
Who's Gnarly? Is she my next obsession after I get done watching this YouTuber? So it was SZA, and now it's this YouTuber, and then it's gonna be this TikToker? Okay.
She followed SZA in her earlier days.
I have to have
all she
a
did
woman
was
to
use a
obsess over
projector
as
for
a gay
her
man.
shows.
I
So she
have
just
to.
used projectors.
Be quiet.
With that one first. 2. There's a tweet saying that she doesn't like cake. She says she doesn't like cake. Her mother didn't buy her cake. Her mother did not buy her these cakes. People bought her those cakes. If you go to work and somebody gets you a cake, aren't you going to at least eat some of the cake to show that you're grateful? I was there this day. She got...
Gnarly, I'm not telling you you're lying. I'm just saying, like, her tweets made it sound a certain way, you know? It made it sound like, well, I guess she never said, like, I've never... Okay, you know what? Maybe you're right.
2 cakes.
I don't
They
know,
were
I don't
gifted to
know.
her for her birthday. There's a tweet of SZA saying
Who is
that
she?
she's allergic to a lot of different...
Is she's, like... Is she related to... Because I saw that she has her name in there as Solana. So, like, is she like a friend? Like a family member? Like, who are you? How do you know all this? I'm not doubting it. It seems real. But, like, how do you know? It's crazy.
Vegetables. This is in 2017.
Like,
We
who...
went to the doctor
I
to
mean,
go get
who
her
are you in
tested
relation
for
to
what
her? I'm
she's
just
allergic
curious.
to because she's been having so many stomach issues for years. Or,
You curious person.
is that you're saying she probably didn't need the crutches? Look at her
Heckin' foot.
You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. I don't even know you, and you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. I'm fine.
I like Gnarly. She's cool.
Love how you were saying that you met her in the bathroom at Schoolboy Q's party, and you asked her, you said, oh, SZA, I love you, and then you asked her about her hair vendor.
Where the heck do they do
Who
this?
do you walk up to and say that to, regardless
True.
of anything? I love how you try to flip it like that's...
Like that's regular or normal. It's really weird.
You should worry about washing your hands doing...
You curious human being.
Have a good day, everybody.
That was interesting. Those are some good videos.